Alrighty then. And now we wait. Alrighty. Hi, everyone. The magic crowd of trans girls has descended upon us. Well, I've got some stuff, y'all. Let's begin. Yes, you have all been summoned. The gathering has been summoned. Yes, everybody liked the stream. Making me a fireball and Dr. Pepper. Ooh. Alrighty. The first drink of New Year's has been poured. A fireball and Dr. Pepper. To your health. Well, I haven't drank in a minute. That's okay, though. That's all right. That's okay. We've only got 5 minutes until the East Coast rings in the new year. So make sure you hit that like button and send the stream out to as many people as you can. Let's get a little New Year's Eve party going on YouTube Live tonight. Can we do that? Can we do that? Can we manage to make a New Year's Eve party happen live on the internet here on YouTube vertical streams? There's only one way for us to know, and that's by you sharing the stream. Moving my eyebrows is so fun. I don't know why I find that such an enjoyable activity. Anyway. Did you guys hear that Trump gave up his plans to deploy National Guard troops to Chicago? Let's see, Chicago, Portland, and what was the other city? Chicago, Portland, and Was it LA? Or was it DC? I can't remember. I remember two of them were Portland and Chicago, but I can't remember what the other one is. The National Guard has been deployed to Memphis, New Orleans, and a couple of other cities for a while now because the governors didn't protest them being deployed there. But California, I'm thinking it was LA, and California, Oregon, and Illinois were not so keen on having the federal government traipsing around their states willy-nilly. And so, you know. Oh, shit. Happy New Year, my favorite YouTuber. Hope your 2026 is amazing, sis. Aw, thank you, Autumn. Thank you for the $10. I appreciate that. Is that the last super chat of 2025 or the first super chat of 2026? I guess it depends on your perspective. Okay, the fucking new year's about to be rung in for the East Coast, which basically means that the new year has begun. That basically means that it's 2026 already. Soon as New York City drops that ball. Y'all gotta let me know in chat whenever the time passes by. I live in the slums, so I don't know if what I'm hearing outside are gunshots or fireworks. Ah, shit. Been there. That's one of the bad things about living in the country, though, too. You don't always have like 100% confirmation that what you're hearing is a gunshot or a firework out here either. Of course, there's also less danger posed from the possibility of it actually being a gunshot, you know? In the city, if somebody is wielding a gun willy-nilly somewhere that you can hear it, there's a good chance it's gonna hit you. There's a good chance it could damage you or your family or your property. Whereas in the country, for the most part, the lay of the land makes it so that you don't really have to worry about people's stray bullets flying through the fields or flying through the city and hitting you in your backyard. Not normally as big of a concern out here. So it makes it a little less anxiety inducing when you hear a gun. But for me, I always get worried if it's like a certain level of volume. I'll get like, wonder what's going on over there. Because like I feel like I'm pretty accustomed to hearing shots when people are out hunting. And I'm usually I'll know. I'll hear a 308 go off or something like that, and I'll be like, oh, okay, somebody's deer hunting. But then I'll hear like a 308 or a 30-06 go off where I can tell it's within 500 yards of where I'm standing. And I'm just like, I wonder, is that just someone that's got like a little bit of an at-home range set up or something? They're just sighting their rifle or something like that? Or is that somebody getting in some dirt? Because people think dirt don't happen in the country, but all kinds of dirt happens in the country. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everybody. Ah, yes, it's the new year officially. Oh my God, New York City just dropped that ball, and that means if the East Coast considers it the new year, that means it's basically the new year. Shall old acquaintance be forgot and never thought upon? Shall old acquaintance be forgot in the days of old lang syne? I hope you guys all sang with me. Happy New Year! Yeah, exactly. Everybody needs to be shouting it out. Make sure you guys hit that like button, by the way. Every single time you hit that like button, it's a chance to send the stream out to even more people, which increases the quality of your viewing pleasure by increasing the number of people who can engage in the chat. You got 3 hours to go. Yeah, I know. Although I'm going to be streaming until you ring in the new year, Ignar. So if you want to come in and be a guest at some point, we'll set it up. I'm going to be moving over to a desktop stream in about an hour or so. So keep posted. Let's go. Let's see what 2026 will bring us, friends. Maybe. I'll see. Well, I'll take a maybe. I'll take a maybe. Desktop stream, yay! Yes, yes, there will be a desktop stream in like an hour. I haven't taken a swig of my drink in like an hour either. No, it's been like 10 minutes, but here we go. Another swig. Dr. Pepper and Fireball, if anybody's wondering. Ooh. The more I drink it, the more I like it. My husband and I decided not to go out this evening. We had a nice dinner at home, and we'll have a small drink at midnight. That is a good choice, friend. It is never a bad idea to spend a holiday with those you love in the close company of your in the close comfort of your home and the company that it brings. And the ball just dropped for me. Yay! What is your opinion on people hunting for food? Well, I don't have any negative opinions of it. Obviously, I think that people should be sportsmanlike when they go out and hunt. I think that they should use, the greatest extent of the animal that they can. They should preserve the hide if they can. I certainly look down on people who are wasteful about the animals that they kill. But as far as people who kill to eat or kill to eat and make supplies and stuff like that, I've got nothing but respect for people like that, because frankly, it is a lot more ethical to go out and hunt your meat than it is to get it from a factory farm. At least the meat that you go out there and hunt got the opportunity to go out there and live a life. At least that deer that you went and hunted got the opportunity to dine on a lot of fine. They don't dine on grass. What is it that they eat? They eat like buds and stuff. They eat like bark and weird shit. They're like goats in that way. They're not eating grass necessarily. They're eating the weird fleshy parts of plants that cows don't eat. And I'm not enough of a botanist to know what the word for that is. But at least the deer you went out and shot was eating that kind of stuff, not eating a monoculture based grain fed diet its entire life. You're right, factory farming is worse, 100%. I never thought of it like that. I agree. Well, that's how I've always thought about it, because I grew up in a family that used to hunt for part to supplement our food. Honestly, like I grew up in a family where during the winter, especially, it was not uncommon for us to have squirrel on the table. It was not uncommon for us to have rabbit on the table. It was not uncommon for us to have venison on the table. And if you're going to eat venison, squirrel, and rabbit growing up, then you can't just turn around in your 20s and then be like, no, I don't like hunting. At least I don't think you can. I think it's a little hypocritical. If the spoils of hunting, if the spoils of hunting once fed your hungry belly, I think that you would be remiss to judge it. Hi, Grandma. Hi. Squirrel sounds good. I'm not gonna lie, it's not. It's generic. Tastes like rabbit. There's a lot of these exotic meats that you would think there's got to be something really cool about them. I mean, think about squirrels, man. They're eating nothing but nuts. I bet they got a really complex flavor to them. Nope. Nope. Pretty bland fucking meat. Honestly, I would probably I'm not gonna lie, I don't really like game, even though I think I do. I don't know how to put it. I enjoy hunting. I respect hunters, especially when it comes to the whole hierarchy of how you get your food or whatever. I feel like I've got more respect for hunters than I do for people that are eating nothing but factory farmed meat and all that. But like on a basic level, I don't actually know that I like the taste of any game birds or any game animals or any game in general. Like I like duck. Okay, I like well prepared duck. And I like well-prepared venison. But I'm not. Oh my God, guys! Somebody gave us not they didn't give us a whole deer, but they gave us like 10 pounds worth of deer meat the other day, and I made some deer steaks out of a part that really shouldn't even be used for steaks. But I don't know how I managed to do it, but I got some really fine fucking steaks off of this shit, and they were cut real thin too, so I wasn't sure what kind of success I would have, but surely enough. I mean, they didn't have much crust to them. Like, they were too thin. If I let them cook long enough to get a really good crust on them, they were just going to become crispy little plates in the grill. So what I did instead was cook them for like 3 minutes per side and basted with the marinade I used when I flipped them, and then flipped them over again for a minute on each side to kind of burn off whatever, any bacteria or anything that might be on that marinade. Um, and then after that, I pulled it off and let it rest. But it turned out like I don't know what I did. I don't know like what part of that made it turn out right, but it ended up pretty tasty. You ever tried deer jerky? Yes, I've had deer jerky a number of times in my life, actually. My favorite way to consume deer is honestly in steak form. I just love the little. I just like little bits of meat. I like a lot of meat dishes where you're just eating a big chunk of meat. That sounded wrong, but no. But seriously, like chicken tenders, love them. Steak, love it. Um, chicken like wings and stuff like that, or popcorn chicken, love it. Pork chops that are boneless, love them. All of these things share in common the fact that you don't have to navigate around a bone to get to the good parts, and the fact that you can kind of just sit there and eat them like a meat popsicle if you're really desperate. But I like deer jerky as well, and I like deer sausage, although I feel like I don't know that deer is the best choice for a sausage meat. Not gonna lie. And I'm not even talking about the fat content because I know you can supplement that with lard or whatever. I'm just talking purely from a flavor standpoint. I don't know that breakfast sausage spices do good things to venison, personally. Gator is pretty good. Yeah, gator is legitimately delicious. I've grew up in Mississippi, so I had pretty regular access to alligator, and it is a genuinely delicious food. I suppose it could probably be misprepared like anything can, but properly prepared alligator is fucking fantastic. It's like a weird cross between chicken and fish. It's very hard to explain, very easy to love. Hey, buddy, how's it hanging? Did you cut your own hair? Because it looks like shit. Yeah, I did cut my own hair. Did your mom teach you proper manners when you were growing up and teach you that you're supposed to regard other people that you don't know with respect until you find some reason why you shouldn't? That's not just based on their appearance, that you should find some reason in their conduct with which to disrespect them or respect them? Because based on the comment that I just read from you, it doesn't seem like your mama raised you right. Happy New Year, girly pop. Thank you. Countless thoughts. Happy New Year to all you East Coast babes. Oh, the dogs are going crazy because of the fireworks. Hush! They're not gonna hush. They probably can't even hear me through these walls. Oh, shit. So how do you feel about Tim Waltz now? I, ambivalently, I guess. I don't really think about him much, and I think that's possibly the worst indictment of all, right? It'd be one thing if I hated his ass viciously or really loved everything he was doing. But I think at this point, I just don't really think about him much at all because he was kind of like the Democratic Party was trying to make him this influential and important Democratic mouthpiece or whatever, but he's just not. He can't fit that role. He can't sit there. He can't do that. He's not that guy. He's not that charismatic. His policies might be good in some places and in some ways, and he might have some effective leadership qualities for Minnesota. But as far as him being a national level politician, I don't think he's got the it factor that you need to be a successful national level politician here in the United States. By the way, we are sitting at 5 likes and 58 viewers, which is fucking abysmal. You guys should really hit that like button. It really helps the channel, and I really do appreciate it. That was a lot of reallys at once, but I think you'll forgive me because you love me so very much. Yet the left wanted him as a vice president. The left didn't select him to be the fucking candidate for vice president. Kamala Harris and the DNC did. Kamala Harris and the DNC, really the DNC as a whole, hasn't given a shit what the left thinks in a long time, friend. The DNC doesn't pay attention to what the left thinks. The DNC pays attention to what MAGA thinks. I'm not kidding. The DNC looks to the Republican Party for their policy. Because think about it. What are the Democrats essentially? They are a force of normalization for Republican policy in the United States government that helps to put a friendly face, a friendly, forward-facing kind of image to all of this horrible, negative Republican shit that they get up to. That is what the Democrats are supposed to be. Like, the Republicans rule for 4 to 8 years, and then the Democrats come through to basically continue all those policies or policies very much like them, but they do it while being a little nicer on social media and being a little nicer in the news media, and they do it while being a little bit more diplomatic openly to other countries. But they ultimately don't change much about how the country works, and in 4 to 8 years they are voted out for another set of Republicans who move things even further to the right. Given this, the Democrats don't need or care to look to the left for their policy, because the Democrats have given up trying to win the left, or really trying to win the center. The Democrats' new solution is be the Republican Party for people that don't like Trump. They have no major candidate for 2028 or at their lowest approval ratings. Are you one of these people that thinks I'm like pro DNC? Because if you're expecting to get like a big freak out of me because you're like talking shit about the DNC, then I hate to deflate the balloon that's currently inflating with excited gas right now, but I'm not a Democrat. I'm on the left, but I'm not some kind of Democrat. Like, I'm not a DNC simp. I don't shill for the DNC constantly, so. Who do you think was the last greatest president we've ever had? The last great president we've had. Ooh, that's a hard one. I guess it depends on the qualifications we're going to consider. The last skilled orator we had as president was Barack Obama, unquestionably so. But the last great president in terms of policy, economically, you'd have to say Reagan. Benefits seen during his regime were more of an accident than his fault. Man, maybe FDR. I'm really fucking thinking, guys, because like I want to say, like, because great president to me means more than you're doing good economically during your 8 years. Like, to me, a great president doesn't just set the country up for success while he is in office. A truly great president should be setting the country up for success for a long time, like FDR did. FDR instituted a sweeping set of reforms and changes that completely transformed the way America worked and allowed America to step into the 21st century in terms of its industrialization, in terms of its electrification. We quickly became the leading superpower in the world, and a lot of it was on the back of policies that were enacted by Franklin Delano Roosevelt. He set the country up for success for at least the next 30 years after him, and some would argue that he laid the foundation for modern society as it exists today, if you consider the influence of America to be as important for the development of the world as I do. Not as important, but as effective, maybe, is the word I'm looking for. 2026 new resolution, don't be gay. I mean, if you figure out a way to turn your gayness off, let me know, fam, because there's lots of people that claim to do that shit, but I'm pretty sure all of them suck dick in private. Like, going back in the closet as a gay person is like the stupidest fucking thing ever. I don't know why anyone ever believes someone who does it. Like, I would not believe someone if I'd known someone was gay for 10 years and then they came to me one day and they were like, hey, I'm not gay anymore. I would be like, okay. All right. Sure, you're not. You and your husband are just roommates now, right, Milo? FDR actually was a horrible president that started a lot of problems down the line. Like what? Like what? Because like unsubstantiated and having discussed it no further than that, I think that might be one of the dumbest comments I've ever heard. And I would love to know what policies you would have enacted to rescue the country from World War II, or not World War II, but from the Great Depression. I would be really fucking curious to hear what you would have done. I'm still in the closet, but I find ways to put the Aero Ace flag places. I have this coloring sheet. Nice. I love that. That's dope. See, you can find ways to sneak it in and sneak it around. Socialism, I mean, I don't like. Okay, are you saying that FDR implemented socialism, or are you saying that he should have implemented socialism? He just did Coca-Cola. She just did Dr. Pepper and Fireball, technically. By the way, hit that like button. We have 60 fucking 3 likes. So if half of you guys hit that like button right now, there would be 31 or 32 likes instantly. Please hit that like button. Please help my ass get drunker. Please send this stream out to even more people. Tell you what, every 5 likes is another swig off of this. Every 5 likes is another swig off of my mixed drink. I'll take another one right now. Okay, we're starting at 11. Let me pour another one. Kind of feel like this stream has Cobes vibes a little bit. So, just going to say rip Cobes. Wish he was here to ring in the New Year's with us, you know? There's not enough of those drinks in some situations. I agree. Man, Fireball burns your ass up. I forgot about that itchy burn at the back of your throat when you drink some Fireball. By the way, 5 fucking likes. Every 5 likes means we get a fucking drink. You guys have 2 more likes to go before we get to 15 likes, which will entitle you guys to another drink out of my fucking glass. Haha. Oh, it's John Wick again. Dude, honestly, the John Wick, I can't take you seriously. My name is Phoebe Ophelia, okay? I live in Mississippi, right? My YouTube name is Phoebe Ophi. Ophi is a shortening of Ophelia, okay? And I give you my real actual name that I go by in everyday life when I talk to you guys. I give you my real face because I'm streaming. But not only that, it's in my profile picture too. So I expect that baseline courtesy out of you guys if I'm going to take you seriously for more than a conversation or two, okay? I cannot take seriously someone who calls themselves John Wick and has a profile picture that is a letter, okay? Or whatever your PFP is, right? 1 or 2 conversations, okay, I understand. You're not going to go through all that effort. But the longer, oh, we had 15 likes. There's another swig. Yeah. Alrighty. Once we get up to 20, that'll be another swig. Says the guy wearing makeup. I'm not a guy, number 1. And number 2, I'm not wearing makeup, but I'm glad to know that I look so good that you think I do. That means I'm really fucking pretty tonight, and I'm glad to hear it. I'm getting restless here. Are my comments even showing up? Yes, Pepper Monroe. FDR authorized Executive Order 9066 relating to the forced removal and incarceration of about 120,000 Japanese Americans, most of whom were U.S. citizens. Yes, I'm aware of Executive Order 9066. But I tell you what, Trump does like something that's about half an order. Which one is that one again? 9066. Yeah, Trump does like half a 9066 every 2 weeks, and we get none of the social benefit, you know? Like, which is worse, right? Temporarily relocating a bunch of Japanese Americans to mostly safe facilities where they were not executed en masse and were kept in the country and allowed to return home at some point, or mass deporting people out of the country and to countries they don't even come from at the rate of like 10,000 a day or whatever. Like, which is worse, I ask you? I think the fucking second one is objectively worse. At least in the first one, there was some kind of fucking reason. Like, there was some kind of justification. It wasn't just baseline xenophobia. Now, obviously, it was stupid. It was ill-informed. It was not good policy. I'm not defending it. But I'm saying that if you're going to talk, if someone's going to ask me, like, what do I think about the presidents that we've had in the last 100 years? When do I think we had the last great president? I'm going to be forced to talk about things like FDR bringing so many fundamental changes to the way America worked for poor and working class people. You cannot leave that aside. He did more for people in what is likely all of our class than any other president that has ever sat the fucking Oval Office chair. And you can't brush that aside because he erroneously and illegally locked up a bunch of Japanese Americans. That sucks. He shouldn't have done it. But you can't disregard all the other shit he did. You know? It's not like Hitler where it's like, yeah, okay, he made the trains run on time, but he also killed 6 million fucking people. You know, it's not like we're talking about 120,000 people being temporarily displaced versus millions of people being permanently deported or millions of people being permanently executed in the case of Nazi Germany. So, you know, call me a moral relativist, but I think there's a difference there. Like I said, call me a relativist, but I think there's a little bit of a difference there. 2 likes away from getting me to take another couple of swigs out of this fucking cup of, what is this shit? Fireball and Dr. Pepper. 2 more likes to get me another swig. Please may I help with moderator for your channel, Phoebe? No. I don't mod up anybody until they're a known quantity in here. Camera quality plummeted. Might be my data. Oh shit, we're not far away now. We're not far away from swearing in the new year on our fucking side of in our part of the country. Shit, guys. Fireball man? I'm not a man, but I am a fireball liker. I am a fireball enjoyer for sure. Our education system on display. I'm going to take that as a compliment. You hear that? We got fireworks. What kind of fireball? The small ones or the big ones? It's one of these. It's one of these ones. Original. That's a manly nose blow. There's no such thing as a manly nose blow. You fucking straight people are so goddamn weird. Cisgender straight people have some of the strangest fucking conceptions about the planet that I have ever heard. You'll literally hear them say unironically shit like, that was a manly nose blow. That was a manly cough. It's like, motherfucker, when did humanity start gendering fucking basic bodily functions and why? Like, I guess I've noticed that shit since I was a kid, but it really fucking makes no goddamn sense. Like, a fart is not a masculine thing. You know why? Because both sexes do it. And people of all gender identities do it. Believe it or not. Trust me. You know, trust me, I know. I've been with way too many cisgender women to not know. Let's just leave it at that, okay? By the way, if you have not hit that like button yet, please consider doing so. We have 2 more swigs to take for you guys because we've got up to 25 likes. So let's redeem those right now. Swig 1. Chug, chug, chug. Yeah. Piss. Okay. Swig 2. Ew. That time the soda got to me more than the ah, God. See what I mean? Piss. Okay. Yeah. That's a Phoebe quote, all right. It's a Phoebes quote if there ever was one. Also, it is getting pretty close to time for us to go in. So, smoke them if you got them. YouTube is for Trump voters. We support Trump and Epstein, MAGA. You guys are retarded. You guys think that the left and the right have this one fundamental difference. They have a bunch of fundamental differences, but one of our fundamental differences, right, is that the left doesn't actually think that reality bends to our whims. The right legitimately does. The right thinks that if they don't like something about reality, all they have to do is pretend that it doesn't exist, and it suddenly does not exist. And if they don't like something about reality and they want it to be there, all they have to do is pretend that it's there, and it is there. And like that level of intellectual dishonesty is honestly unmatchable by the left because we've got too many morals and principles, right? The only way you're able to make arguments like that if you are a completely soulless zombie who has given your entire booty hole to Donald John Trump. You know what YouTube is for, kid? I'll tell you. It's not MAGA. It's not lefties. Come here. I'll tell you what it's about. You want to know what YouTube's for? Money, stupid. What'd you fucking think? You think people are on here for their fucking health? Train! Oh shoot, that's a manly cough. My mom must have a really manly cough then, because I cough just like my mother does. You clearly need the money? You have no idea what my financial situation is. Need I remind you that Asmongold is literally a millionaire and lives in a hovel? Asmongold literally has money coming out his eyeballs, and he chooses to live in decrepitude. You think that dingy door tells you fuck all about what's going on in my life? You guys are fucking insane. Like, legitimately rat shithouse insane. For all you know, I'm a billionaire and I just like fucking living in decrepitude. I just don't find a need to surround myself with fancy things. This is just how I add extra money to my investments. You don't know. Mustache and a bowl cut? Where do you see a mustache? I don't see it. Looks pretty clean shaven to me. Literally light glinting off my lip. Bro is definitely unemployed. Monetized YouTuber, so I'm literally, legally, a self-employed content creator. This is according to the definitions provided by the Bureau of Labor Statistics. That's the United States Bureau of Labor Statistics. Take it up with them, not me. Argue with God, kid. Happy New Year, girlie. Happy New Year! Happy New Year to all of you. Welcome to 2026. It's going to be just as big of a shit show as 2025 was, if not worse. I hope you guys are ready, because I'm fucking ready. I don't even want to hate anymore. Why would you? I'm too charming and nice. You had a good time. How would you not? Like I said, I'm way too charming and nice. I'm too interesting to make these streams anything but watchable. You're mentally ill? Supremely! And yet people still watch me, and I still get that sweet, sweet, precious attention. And it all just sort of seems to work out, you know? Isn't that beautiful? She can smoke if she wants to. She can leave her friends behind. Cause her friends don't smoke, and cause they don't smoke, cause they're no friends of mine. Say she can smoke if she wants to. Let's make that a whole song. We can smoke if we want to. If we don't, nobody will. And we can act real rude and totally absurd and act like an imbecile. Say we can smoke if we want to. Ah, fuck. I'm not drunk enough yet to be really good at freestyling, but give me a few more fucking get me. Okay, you guys got me another drink. Remember, every 5 likes is another drink. So 4 more likes from here and you guys get me more drunk. Are you okay? Yeah, I guess so. Okay enough. Living. I like you. You seem like a genuine person. Ha! Look at that. Got them all fooled. No, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, like there. I will be honest with you guys. Like, since starting to do these and getting more experienced with them, there are things I keep in mind that I didn't used to keep in mind when I first started doing these. But I do try to give you guys as much my real self as I can, you know, while still staying within YouTube's recommendability fucking limits or whatever. By the way, I haven't said it all stream, but if you want to make sure your comment or question gets read or answered, because I know the chat goes by quick, send a super chat or use my channel description and use my Cash App and send me one on there. Either way, you will get your message read out and your name acknowledged. Well, not if you have Cash App, because I don't want to dox anybody, but I will read out your message if you send something on Cash App. And if you send something on Super Chat, obviously, I read out your name, I read out the message, we have a conversation. Ah, fuck. The hiccupy stage has started. Joy of joys. Anyway, but I don't remember what I was saying. Super chats. Yeah, I read them. I read you. It's fun. It's good. This looks like AI. It's not. It's not. Do I? How? Can I ask how? I'm just curious. Like, I am autistic, so maybe I've got, like, there might be something legitimately a little bit artificial about the way I move or the way I speak, because I had to learn to do these things in a way that none of you guys probably had to. And that's really the big difference between high functioning autistic people and neurotypical people, is that we have to learn behaviors that come pretty standard, or something like them comes pretty standard for neurotypical people. And, you know, weirdly enough, I think, or no, I guess it's not actually that weird, but, you know, kind of on a related note, I feel like a lot of people that we consider kind of like just awkward are probably undiagnosed autistic people. I think this is particularly common among Gen X adults. I see so many Gen X adults that I'm not saying like an absurd amount. I'm just saying not a majority, okay? But I see so many Gen X adults that I'm just like, you have fucking autism. You didn't get diagnosed because they weren't diagnosing that many people back in the day, but you fucking have autism. And if you knew you had autism, you could get so much better at socializing. You could get so much better at recognizing people's, you know, recognizing social cues and shit like that. Like, there are things that autism makes it harder for us to deal with, but you know, I was always taught by my therapists and my speech therapists and counselors and everything else that these things can largely be overcome with dedicated will and effort. What the fuck? Well, thank you, Desi. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to fucking look and see what that was. Because, you know. Hello? Fuck it. I have the knob in here. I guess this thing just doesn't fucking latch anymore. That's cool. That's fucking good to know. Yeah, let's keep it upside down. Fuck it, the other one's right side up. It'll be a good match. I don't know. There are a couple old bags of fucking, basically bags of trash, but they're in feed bags. So then he moved into regular trash bags. My lazy ass hasn't done that yet. And they don't have any like food trash in them or anything like that. It's just like, I don't know, like the type of shit that white trash kind of people fucking let accumulate on their yard. I don't know how to put it. You know, we're the kind of white trashy people that occasionally try to clean it up, though, and that's a product of that. I just haven't transferred it into regular fucking trash bags yet, so there's a good chance it was just the dogs fucking with that bag or something. I got worked up over nothing, but such is the life. Why is it so stereotypically always the same characters? What? I don't look anything like any other trans girl you've seen. I'm sorry, I just don't. We all look pretty different. Phoebes, I bought you a drink. What, Real Riley? What now? You bought me a drink. You did buy me a drink at the meetup. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I just saw it. Dude, I'm fucking drunk and high, and I didn't even fucking see it. Let me buy you a drink. I'm T-Pain. You know me. Thank you, Real Riley. Thank you, Riley. Thank you, Riley. Riley. Fucking thank you. You are fucking dope. I'll drink to your health and because you paid me. I'm like, does anyone remember Branduin in or whatever his name was in Skyrim? Brenuin. That was his name. I'm kind of like that character, you know? Come on. Steal me the wine from inside the drunken pony. No, what was that place? What is that place actually called? It's not the Drunken Huntsman is the one I was thinking of, but it's another one. It's not called the Prancing Pony. That's the one from. It's the Battered Mare, the Bannered. Oh shit! I said the Battered Mare, dude. The battered man. I'm just, like you've heard of beating a dead horse. Well, you found the bar for you, friend. Okay. Why haven't I done anything about the chat this whole time? I've just been letting you guys off the hook completely. My drunk ass has literally just been letting you guys do whatever the fuck you want in chat like a fucking retarded bitch. I'm gonna put the choke chain on you guys so my mods can handle you and make this conversation readable for the remaining 10 minutes before I go back inside. Okay, you guys bought me another drink through your likes, so maybe you'll get me one more. Hold on, I gotta drink some water first. Alrighty. Yes. That is so fucking refreshing. Oh, that's so good. Okay. You guys earned it with your use of the like button. Here you go. To destiny. Legalize psilocybin mushrooms. I fucking agree with that opinion. God damn it. Oh shit. My blunt's still burning. I thought it went out. I mean, my legal tobacco. My cigarette is still going. I thought it went out. That was a joke, YouTube. Tried psilocybin chocolate for the first time last week. It was great. Yeah, psilocybin is fucking awesome. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it for just, like I'm not saying go out and do it. I'm not endorsing it, but I am kind of saying that, if you aren't on SSRIs, here's what I'll tell you. Talk to your doctor about whether or not it would be safe for you to do psilocybin mushrooms given the medications you're on. I'm not joking. Doctors are not, they don't have to, they don't call the cops on you for asking drug questions. They don't. In fact, most doctors would prefer, if you've got a regular fucking doctor, it's not like a family practitioner that you regularly see or something like that, they would probably rather you tell them about your drug habits and about your drug issues so that they can properly treat you. Yes, they're going to recommend stopping it. They do that even if you just smoke cigarettes, okay? And you should still fucking tell your doctor that you smoke cigarettes. They're not going to refuse you service because you smoke. Similarly, they are not going to refuse you service because you ask whether or not it would be safe for you to do psilocybin mushrooms from a chemical standpoint based on the medicines that you were currently prescribed and based on any current treatment plans that you're on. And most doctors can safely advise you about that. I am not your doctor. I cannot safely advise you about whether or not you should ingest psilocybin mushrooms. However, there are benefits that have been shown by various studies throughout the years in some patients regarding issues like depression and PTSD. And I think that personal experience has told me that mushrooms can be a really fun and enjoyable way to experience life if you have an opportunity to do them recreationally. But that is not me recommending them for you personally. That's a conversation between you and your doctor. Thank you, Pink for the fucking $9.99. Thank you so goddamn much. Holy shit. Heart that. Happy New Year's, Phoebe. My favorite trans girl of the year. For real, don't stop. Aw, thank you, Pink Fur. I appreciate that. Pink Fur, are you a furry? Because you strike me as a furry. With a name like Fur, Pink Fur, you're a furry, right? By the way, is it? Oh, it's 11:47, which means I'm technically late to the other stream. But, you know, we're gonna sit here for a couple seconds more, and we're gonna finish. We're gonna do at least an hour and 5 minutes. Okay, so we got 10 more minutes. Pink Floyd is the best band for mushrooms. Oh man, yeah, it is a really great band for mushrooms. Ironically though, not a lot of their songs that are super overplayed. Like, not like "Wish You Were Here" is really not a great song to listen to while you're on mushrooms. I mean, it's okay, but it's not nearly as powerful as "Comfortably Numb." Hello, is there anybody in there? Can anybody hear me? Is there anyone home? See, I knew it was the dog. I told you guys it was probably the fucking dog messing with that bag a minute ago. "Shine On You Crazy Diamond" is another good one. See, Goblin Boy, I am not a fucking boy. I don't care how much my voice throws you off. I don't give a single little, even tiny little bitty fuck. Okay? I just don't. I don't get dysphoria from my voice, and I'm fucking sick of people trying to make me get dysphoria from my voice. Fuck you, bitch. I'm a woman. Fuck you if you don't believe it. I really don't give a shit. It's none of my business that you don't believe it. What do you think about the trans kids in school getting made fun of? That people should stop being pricks, but that they're not going to when they're children. Trans kids get made fun of, but so do gay kids and alternative kids and black kids and Mexican kids and even popular kids sometimes. You know, like, kids are just kind of fucking mean. Like, honestly, my advice to like this whole situation would be trans kids need to be taught how to defend themselves. That was my parents' answer to me getting bullied when I was a kid. I couldn't help but get made fun of. So my parents, like, and people were starting to do physical shit to me, like, not anything sexual. Don't get that idea in mind, right? But people were starting to like physically abuse me at school and shit in their bullying attempts. And so they were like, okay, we're going to teach you how to fucking fight, at least a little bit. And so my dad taught me how to properly throw a punch. And hold on, I don't want to miss the super chat. So my dad taught me how to properly throw a punch. Also taught me the 6-inch punch, interestingly, as like a novelty, I think. But taught me how to properly throw a punch, taught me how to properly throw a kick, and taught me some basic tactics for avoiding a counterattack. And I mean, it fucking did me well. I was in a few fucking fights after that, because after that point, my bitch ass started fighting back. I was like, nuh-uh. I had a fucking kid's ass on the floor one time, and I was about to beat his ass bloody. I was pulled off by some other kid that was completely unrelated, that was just like, oh no, a child is about to die in front of my eyes. This should not happen. Thank goodness that kid did that. Big ups to that kid. But yeah, as soon as he taught my bitch ass how to fucking fight back, tables had been turned. And it was like there would be an incident every year until I was in 9th fucking grade, where I would have to beat some kid's ass after they made fun of me for fucking 3 or 4 times. And then the school would get the idea, okay, leave that particular autistic kid more or less alone. All right. And so they would like make fun of me a little bit, but none of them would do anything physical to me because they didn't want the beat down. And so I am so fucking thankful for my dad teaching me those lessons when I was a kid. And that's what I advise for parents of trans kids that are getting made fun of, or parents of kids that are getting made fun of in general. Because you know what? Like, honestly, they can't arrest every fucking one of our kids, frankly. They cannot arrest every one of our kids, and your kid has a right to fucking defend themselves. It is only in the fucking world of the schoolhouse that we have decided you no longer have the right to defend yourself, all right? And this is a new fucking development, because when I was a kid, you were allowed to, that I didn't get fucking suspended for that incident because they had rudimentary cameras back then, but they hadn't brought all these, like, and hell, I don't even know. I live in Mississippi. That this new policy of just calling the cops for every fight between kids that happens may not have come down here yet. It certainly hadn't when I was a kid, because the other kid was the one who got suspended, because like I hadn't reported any of the fucking bullying or anything like that, because I just was not. I didn't like to be thought of as someone like a tattletale, you know. I don't think anybody does. And but you know, like once that happened, I had to kind of spill the beans. I had to fucking explain why I had to fucking explain myself, you know. I couldn't help but explain myself really at that point. And I don't know, I didn't get suspended for it. The other kid fucking wasn't in school for 6 months. So I guess they must have sided with me on that one. Must have decided that little kid was a fucking danger to the school. Anyway, $1.99 from Brax in a Box. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let me heart that comment. What happened to accepting people for who they are? I know. I 100% agree. I don't know if you're talking about me not accepting people for who they are, but I feel like I do accept people for who they are for the most part. Oh my god, it's 11:53. Okay, because we are already out here, and it's going to take a minute for us to go inside and set up the fucking stream. The stream is actually already set up, actually. I was smart, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary people besides. I thought of all the fucking things beforehand. I got my thumbnail done, and it didn't take me that long this time, but I got my thumbnail done, although it's kind of a weak sauce thumbnail. I got the title and the description done real quick, and I got it all ready. It took me like 30 minutes or so, and then I did, you know, some like basic fucking like, you know, like let me brush my teeth for the night, go ahead and get that out of the way, and you know, fucking let my phone charge up a little bit. So, you know, I did some like basic self-maintenance tasks, right? And then fucking came out here. And so like I feel like I did good getting that stream set up well beforehand. Oh, and I also got all the shit pulled beforehand, which I never do. You know, but I'm trying to take things more seriously. All right, so we're going to make us another drink. This is once again a Dr. Pepper and a Fireball. I'm 27 years old, so yes, I am allowed to drink. No trans kid threatened to kill you. Yeah, I fucking guarantee you that did not happen. And if it did, dude, kids fucking threaten to kill each other all the goddamn time. I can't imagine a trans kid doing it these days, honestly. It seems like most trans people, child or no, would probably know that that's not a good look these days. But, you know, even if they did, kids fucking make death threats and say all kinds of crazy shit. Dude, I'll tell you guys a story. I went to what was called a day treatment center. I don't know what the fuck that means, for like 6 months. A few years actually before that fight I was telling you guys about. I was in 7th grade, I think. And it was because this is the cringiest shit ever. Oh my god, I don't even want to tell this story. Oh no. Okay, so basically I didn't even threaten to blow up the school, okay? But that's the way they spun it, right? And this was in the wake of 9/11 and shit. I was in like 7th grade, so this would have been like 8 years after 9/11 or something. And it would have been, you know, just a few years after Columbine and everything. So tensions were markedly increasing in the country, even back then. And I think what happened was like the teacher asked for some kind of like combinational noun or some goddamn thing. I can't remember what the fucking phrase was to describe the thing that I was supposed to come up with, but I was sitting there pissed because I had this big meeting, not really that big, but I had this meeting with my counselor, kind of caseworker with the school person, and my uh, one of my special ed teachers, and basically them telling me, like, you've got to do your homework. And I didn't want to, because I hated that shit, because there was about a million fucking things that I wanted to do before that. And I was also a farm kid. So, like, for me, it just felt like a tremendous pile of obligations, and I was not well trained in the way of making those things all happen at once. Because I just felt like, oh my god, I need to do so much stuff at home when I get home. How the fuck am I gonna do this giant mountain of homework? And so I just wouldn't fucking do it. And as a result, I would like, but not even as a result, really, but like, oh my god, it's probably already passed. No, okay, we've got 2 minutes before the new year. Okay, guys, we have 2 fucking minutes to go. Oh my god, you guys have paid for another swig, by the way. I have to fucking put some Fireball in this before I drink it, though. All right, let's put some Fireball in here, and then you guys have paid for another one. Get us up to 50 likes, so I have to take 2 drinks of this shit. Am I gonna drink a whole little fucking? How much is this? 375 milliliters. What is this, a pint? Am I really gonna drink a pint of Fireball in one night? I haven't done that in a long time, friends. Oh shit. Cheers. Anyway. Cheers indeed. Let's see. I'm gonna wait. Bro, finally someone doesn't think I'm lying. What, Gary Dean? What's going on? I have a question. As a pansexual, what makes you feel trans? When I was younger, I would take my chest down and act masculine, but as I aged, I was perfectly happy with my body. Well, a lot of people go through a stage where they're not happy with their body, where they don't know how to feel about it and everything. But, like, for the most part, most people just grow up and grow out of it, right? Trans people are people who never get past that, who can't never get past that, because we are essentially people born in the wrong body, I guess you could say. I mean, it's kind of a clumsy way of wording it, but what makes me feel trans is the fact that I felt so fucking good about myself going off on that rant about the fact that I'm a woman, not a man, despite what people say in chat, and shit like that. Like, I don't feel like a man would feel like super confident about themselves as they said something like that. It just does not strike me as a particularly manly thing, you know. Maybe I'm wrong on that one. But it doesn't strike me as one. Anyway, cheers to that. You guys have gotten me 2 fucking drinks. Well, once again, every 5 likes is a drink. So let's take this drink, and then I gotta take a big old chug of water. Oh shit. Fucking welcome to the fucking new year! It's 2026! What the fuck? Okay. Awesome! Yay! Alright. It's 2026. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the new year. Yay! Light your fireworks. Woo! Yay! Okay. Before I take that next drink, I need to take a big old drink of water. Ah, yeah. You look very pretty. Happy New Year. Aw, thank you. Wishing much trans joy in the future for you. I don't know what that means exactly, but I appreciate it. I'll take it as a compliment and as a well-wishing. What can you do but love? Ah, yes. Shall all acquaintance be forgot and never thought upon? Shall all acquaintance be forgot in the days of old lang syne? Happy New Year! Shall old acquaintance be forgot and never thought apart? Shall old acquaintance be forgot in the days of old lang syne? Love that song. You guys paid for another drink, though. So here you go. Cheers to you guys. And with that, the holidays are officially fucking over. I don't want to hear another goddamn thing about Christmas. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I would be fine with Christmas all year, actually. Merry Christmas. Yeah. Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's 360 days from now. This is just the beginning of my time singing Christmas carols all year round. Have a holly jolly Christmas in February or July. And if you try, and if you don't feel the Christmas spirit, I'll make sure that you try. God, I'm in such a good mood. Oh my God. I don't even feel like plugging to you guys because I'm in too good a mood, and plugging kind of brings me down a little bit because it makes me feel like, I don't know. It makes me feel like I'm imposing myself on you guys, but ultimately it's your choice. You don't have to, but if you want to donate because you like the stream or because you want to support the channel or whatever, you can do it. I even have Cash App in my channel description if you want to do that instead. Just a reminder to the chat that illegible, non-constructive, or repetitive topics will get you timed out or banned if you break TOS. Make sure to like. Yes, exactly. Oh, this is why I love my mods. They get the assignment. They get the assignment. I cultivate something special over here, god damn it. And I'm not going to ever probably get recognized for it, but I'm glad those of you who stick around do so, because you guys create this really wonderful environment of like political opposites that I love to take an examination of whenever I can. Excuse me. Stay away from kids, guy. I'm not a guy, and I have a son. Trans people are not a danger to kids. You know who's a bigger danger to kids than trans people? Your priest. And that's just one example. Can confirm I'm special. You really are special. I don't want to go in. We don't have to go in right now. You guys, I mean, the stream is not late. The streamer is literally streaming. They're just streaming on a different stream, so it doesn't matter, right? That's how I feel about it. Thank you for the gift. That was so kind of you. Thank you, Crinklet. I appreciate the laughing disco. Happy New Year. I'm celebrating mouthwashing style with my 99 proof peppermint liquor. Oh, no, dude, don't drink that. No, don't do that. That's nasty. That's gross, man. No, I'm sitting here drinking Fireball goddamn near straight, and even I recoil at the thought of that. What games do you play? I play, fuck it. Why did I want to say a dirty joke? Okay. I play, so I was playing a lot of Battlefield 4 when I was sick a few months back, but then I stopped. I've been playing a lot of Monster Hunter World lately because I still have it on my PC. I play a lot of fucking Skyrim as just kind of like a chill background kind of game that I can, pick up and put down anytime I want to. Play a lot of War Thunder when I'm wanting to play a game that kind of stays updated with the times and everything. Tried to get into Marvel Rivals, but my PC is just not good enough yet. I need to get it upgraded a few more times before it'll be capable of playing games like that. Used to play Ark Survival Evolved, but it also does not run that well on my PC, so I'm going to need to get a few upgrades before I can do that one either. I want to get like a, and I think I might already have an SSD hard drive in there, but I want to get another one to put Ark on because it almost needs a 1 terabyte hard drive down or a 5 terabyte hard drive to put it on because it just does not, it's huge. It's almost like, it's like 800 gigabytes with all the maps downloaded. It's almost a terabyte worth of game. It's like terrifyingly huge to my ass that, like, I grew up with a fucking Nintendo 64, okay? Yes, it was a hand-me-down, but that doesn't matter, all right? I'm used to thinking about, like, things in terms of megabytes when it comes to the size of a game, like 256 megabytes. Like, okay, now games are fucking huge. It's like a hard drive worth of space. What I think of as a hard drive worth of space. I recently downloaded Bejeweled on my phone. Grandma games are more my speed. I like grandma games too. I'm, like not... I think, it's weird. When I was a kid, I was a way bigger gamer, and part of myself still thinks and wants to answer questions like I'm still 15, but I'm not, right? And if I'm to answer questions honestly about my life right now, I spend hardly any time gaming. Maybe 4 hours a week. I would say I spend it pretty much at this point exclusively on Monster Hunter World. Before that, I had been playing War Thunder for a while, and before that, I was playing Battlefield 4, like I said earlier. And the last time I really no-lifed it with a game was when I was, okay, so when I first learned how to play Ark, and I don't mean when I first started playing Ark, mind you. I mean when I first learned how to play it, okay? Because Ark has a whole fucking learning curve to it that if you're not informed on, and you don't pick up on it naturally, it just, like, it doesn't naturally want to be picked up on by players. It's not made very obvious, okay? I mean, it's kind of made obvious, but not really. So, like, the whole, like, what's the word I'm looking for? The cycle or something like that. The whole, like, gaming cycle with Ark Survival Evolved is tame animal, use that animal to build up your base, tame more animals, use those animals to build up and defend your base even more, tame more animals using those first animals in your base, and basically that's the gameplay loop. That's the word I was looking for. That's the gameplay loop of Ark. By the way, one more like and you guys get me another drink, and I'm ready to take one at this point. Let's take another swig of water. It's not intuitive. Yes, thank you. That's a perfect way of putting it. Yes, 100%. It's not a very intuitive gameplay loop. Like, it's kind of intuitive in that you're able to tame dinosaurs, but you're able to do so many goddamn things in Ark that the fact that you're able to tame dinosaurs, it doesn't occur to you that that's a core part of the gaming loop. At least it didn't occur to me until I was literally told it directly. Like, I had to, well, I guess I wasn't told it directly, but I had to figure out how. Okay, so here's what happened. Here's my little story where Ark is concerned, right? And probably after I get done with the story, we're going to go back inside, or we're going to go inside, and we're going to start up a desktop stream, both of which are already scheduled. So go make sure you guys go hit the fucking little notification bell on those. Get ready to go be in those chats here in like 10 minutes. But here's my story when it comes to Ark. I had figured out the loop of the game enough to figure out that the taming animals helps you, and that building up as quickly as you can helps you. I'd figured out that seclusion helps you. I'd figured out some basic parts of the gameplay, but I hadn't figured out the core loop, and I started this beautiful little base on this little cove this idyllic little cove that had nothing on it. Nothing, no old structures or anything like that. But it also had no like spawns in it as far as I could tell. Like there's nothing naturally uh that spawned. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Zero Two Hero Zed. I'm sorry that you got timed out. Don't worry, it was probably only like 5 minutes. But anyway, so it was a beautiful area on the map. It was the island, which is a notoriously trolly map, and I thought it was the best place to build a base ever because I was still thinking with the mindset of what ARC players, experienced ARC players, would call a bob, right? I was still thinking about like ARC in terms of being like a complete bob. I was just like a player that didn't really know what I was doing, that was just trying to kind of make it in this little cove, not really knowing what's going on, not really having any idea about the bigger picture going on, right? I was basically like a little peasant, right? That just didn't know anything. And I came back to my base one day because I saw notifications popping up in my little thing that parts of my base were getting destroyed. So I started flying back to my base. I not flying back. I think I had a frog tamed or something like that. So I started getting back to my base. And when I get there, there's a mech and a man of garmer. Which, if you're not an ARC player, you won't. Oh, you guys paid for 2 more fucking drinks. Look at that. But there was a mech and a man of armor destroying my base, and I felt like I had some really fucking high quality tech because I'd managed to stay there long enough to build a gun. So I started shooting at them, and they instantly killed me. Instantly. So I respawned because they hadn't destroyed my bed yet. So I respawned and I went and grabbed my gear real quick, and then I fucking just started. Literally, I'd played through the game so many times, had this exact same thing happen. Okay, I'm taking one drink. But so I just put out a call to help in the chat because I'd had this happen so many times. I didn't want to go another fucking time without trying to seek alternative methods for dealing with this shit. So I put out a general call for help. I ran down to the beach. I ran away from my base down to the beach. I just accepted it as like a lost cause. I was like, okay, I got my bag back. I got my armor and my gun back and everything. I was like, let me just accept that as like a Pyrrhic victory, you know? Let me just run down to the beach, call for help. Maybe they'll ignore my little bob ass standing on the beach when they get done with my base. And when I do see them jump away or something like that, I'll just run into the trees or, you know. But I put out this call to help, and luckily someone heard my call for help. Someone heard my plea, and they actually came over there with a snow owl. And they gave me a, I can't remember what it was called, one of the little cryo freezy thingies in the game. I haven't played Ark in so long that I can't remember what they're called, but they're basically like Pokeballs for Ark dinosaurs. She gave me one of those, started talking to me on voice text and stuff like that, and then had me follow her on the snow owl to this weird little cove that she knew about on the north side of the mountain in the island, the tallest mountain in the game. There's this little fucking part on the north slope where there's like a really good spot for a base that's incredibly hard to access, that most players, even if they're like high level players, aren't really going to be equipped to access without manufacturing some special equipment. And they really don't have much reason to go up there because it is such an inhospitable place to live. Like there's resources up there, but it really only makes sense to visit it for a minute. And you know, like it's just like there's a lot of reasons why it's a good idea to build up there and to make your home up there if you're willing to put up with the player restrictions that come with it, right? Like you have to have fur armor in your inventory at all times in order just to be able to access your fucking shit. But she brought me up there. She gave me everything I needed to get up there. And then she helped me build a base. And all the time while she was explaining how to build it and everything, which she eventually added my Discord, and we were talking over Discord and everything. But all the while, in between big steps and everything, she would be explaining core gameplay loops. And one of the big things that she explained to me, this woman's name was Miss Lolly. I don't know why I feel the need to credit her, but I want to make sure that I do. But she taught me how to play Ark, and one of the things she fucking fundamentally taught me was the fundamental gameplay loop of Ark is taming dinosaurs, using those dinosaurs to build your character and your base up, and using the things you just built up to go tame even bigger monsters, or even bigger dinosaurs, or whatever. Even bigger dinos is what they're called in the game. And that's the core gameplay loop. It's grinding all of these resources and taming increasingly more complex dinosaurs. And once she explained that, I kind of got the idea. I was like, oh, okay, all right. And she was like, the reason you do that is because every single one of these fucking creatures out here has unique abilities. And you don't know what they are until you get them, really, unless you look them up on a wiki. But a lot of them have a lot of different abilities that they can do. You guys pay for another drink, and I'm going to get one. Or you didn't pay for it, but you got it with likes. So, here you go. Alrighty. I figured you'd start that desktop stream, Lamau. I'm chilling over here after the first band. You're slacking, Phoebes. Aww. Well, shit. Are you saying I need to get my ass inside and start that stream up? Pal World is like Ark and Pokemon. Well, Ark is basically just like live action Pokemon. Like, it's sold kind of on the premise that there's prehistoric creatures, and there are. There are really good recreations of prehistoric creatures, actually. They're really fucking good about staying true to what we know scientifically about these creatures. They embellish sometimes, but, you know, like, for example, for one of the dinos, I can't, Dinosaurolophus, whatever it's called, the weird thing, I can't remember. The thing that Jurassic Park gave the weird foo, you know? I don't know how to put it. I can't remember its name. But that thing has that same hood that it didn't actually have IRL. But that's because people expect it to have. You can't have a Duracell or whatever it's called without one of those little you know? Crossfaded bitch explains dinosaurs. Oh, crossfaded fat bitch from Mississippi fucking explains dinosaurs. Get in here, y'all. This is top content. I hate to say it because it's so fucking egotistical, but sometimes I really am the funniest goddamn thing, even in my eyes, you know? And I feel like probably that doesn't translate to other people as much as it does to me, but sometimes I wish I could figure out a way to be self-deprecating in a way that made you guys see me as inherently giggle-inducing as I find myself. And I don't mean in a bad way either. I mean in a completely positive, funny, kind of comical way. Never seen a weed pipe like that? Just saying. What do you... oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because I'm just going to, like, bring it out and, like, show it to you on camera, yeah. That would be super intelligent, wouldn't it be? Me and friends used to smoke a pen cap because that's a bad idea. How to introduce microplastics into your bloodstream in 3 easy steps. Oh my god. Oh my god. I have looked at chat and I have sensed my mistake. Oh my god, did all the cool people leave? What's going on, man? Did all the cool people leave? Don't tell me y'all left. No. No. A flag is a mistake? It's a fucking queer pride flag. What problem do you have with a queer fucking pride flag? It's got the trans colors, it's got the black and brown colors, it's got the original gay pride colors. What problem do you have with it? No, my bad. I legit just Googled weed pipe and it's that. I didn't even know weed pipes were real. Are you fucking kidding me, Average Karma? What do you mean you didn't know they were real? You know about bongs and joints, right? Harrison TV, you are overestimating your and other people in chat's importance, okay? I respond to you at my leisure, on my schedule, not yours. 2020 part 6, let's go. I know, right? The tobacco pipe. What do you actually stand for? Labor rights, leftist values, progressive values broadly, lots of stuff. F your disgusting flag. What the fuck are you anyway? Woke ideology is disgusting on every level. The trans movement is dead as fuck. Obviously not, because I'm still here, bitch. Oh, you guys haven't paid for another drink, but I'm fucking getting sober, and we can't have that. Hit that like button to make sure that that was worth it. How you haven't done a desktop stream yet? When I was last... Oh, I got fucking ignore! Oh, I was fucking talking your ass and you fucking left. Motherfucker. Oh, motherfucker, I can see you. Oh, I can see you. Aunt Phoebe can see you. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No! Why did I do that? Why is YouTube not pushing this shit out? Because fucking the algorithm is fucking tainted with the blood of, I don't know. No, I don't know. It's probably because I got age gated. I don't know. That's what usually causes my streams to lose any fucking semblance of spread. But it's also up to you guys. You guys have to hit that like button. You guys have to hit that share button. You guys have to participate with the stream for YouTube to consider it worth it to send it out. It's better like this. When there were 300 people in here, it was pure hate and waste. Well, it's better for the quality of the content, worse for the quality of my ego, okay? I like it better when there's 300 people watching me than when there's 33 people watching me. But I appreciate you guys, nonetheless. Don't get me wrong. But my attention-seeking tendencies demand more. 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 Wonderful more. We didn't get Phoebe drunk for nothing. There's a bunch of people streaming, and smoke on stream does affect too. Yeah. Yeah, I probably didn't fucking help by smoking on stream. But I'm planning on getting off here in a second anyway. Ignore. Are you gonna join me or what, bitch? Drunk Phoebes equals best Phoebes? Aw, man, yeah, that's true, though. I did a meetup aftermath stream, and I was like, oh, bitches, what's up, dog? If you waited for it to get warm, it's yours. Huh? I'm at the slots and I can't find my beard. No! Well, isn't it cheaper to get drunk at casinos and shit on the casino floor? Because, like, they're fucking, it's like the drinks are a loss leader because they're fucking getting you on the fucking gambling. I should be able to. Maybe not all at once, but maybe off and on. Yeah. Okay. Degenerate gambling on New Year's? Oh my god. Shut up, Slayer Sniper. Don't be a fucking lame. Don't be a fucking stick in the mud. There's no reason to be a fucking stick in the mud. Okay, gambling is fine. It's not fine. It's not good, but it's like not bad. Well, it's bad, but it's not like it's okay enough, right? It's like I feel like it's not the best thing for people to engage in overly. Okay, here's how I would put it, right? The dose makes the poison, and I think the same is true for I've got to really put myself together for this one. The dose makes the poison, and I think the same is probably true of gambling. Like I think that a little bit of gambling every now and again probably isn't deleterious to your health. It's probably not the best way to spend your money, but you do stand to win something if you're lucky enough. You might be one of the people that wins that day. You never know. You might be one of the people that loses big, but if you don't sacrifice that much, it's not going to have that deleterious effect on your life. Doing it all the time, though, that's going to fuck your life up super quicker than a lot of things. If you have extra scratch, why not? Yeah, well, that's what a lot of people would say. Yeah, if you've got a little bit extra money, then gambling is not that stupid a decision. At that point, you might be able to afford it. Casinos have the edge, and my luck is ass, but blackjack is fun. Yeah, casinos definitely have the edge. And, well, I will say, everyone's luck is ass. Like, the truth is, luck is just not usually on people's sides, Like, there are, like, some tricks to, like, knowing how to play certain games, but for the most part, it all just comes down to chance. And, like, no one actually has bad luck or good luck. They're just some people that play often enough and make smart enough decisions with the little bits of intuition that the universe does give us, I think, that they're able to win more often than they lose. And I think that maybe we'll eventually find some kind of scientific explanation for that. But I don't think that that is necessarily a reason to say that you could never get a win in a game of chance, I'll admit, I like gambling with specific games, Texas Hold'em, poker, roulette, blackjack, etc. Fuck slots, though. Yeah, slots just seems like a fucking bullshit game for sure. How in the fuck is me saying I'm at a bar get misconstrued as I'm at a casino? Does no one have casino machines at their bars/venue? Oregon does. It's funny, though. No. No, hell no. No. No, dude, no. No. Not as far as I know. As far as I know, you have to have a very specific license to have a fucking gambling establishment in Mississippi, and most counties don't allow them. Oh, whoa. Serious as a heart attack, Ignore. Yeah. All right, Ignore. Do that. No, I've never seen a gambling bar out in Nevada. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I've seen them in Nevada. I've seen casinos where you can drink on the floor, you know, where you can drink on the gambling floor, whatever it's called. But like fucking, I've never seen a gambling bar outside of Nevada in the modern day. In my past lives, they were a very common sight all across the American West. But that was back then, and this is now. Alrighty. Well, we have done it. We've gone 30 minutes overboard. We have we got 45 minutes late. But is it really late if I'm just starting the fucking stream? You know, like after streaming for fucking a while on the same channel? I don't know. But you guys need to accept the reality that you're going to have to find me over there. So go hit the fucking like button over there. Go join that stream. Go wait for me. It'll be like 10 minutes and I'll be over there, okay? Give me just a few minutes and I will be there. Thank you so much. Let's do it. Be right back.